made it, bro.
What was that? It was in the classroom 1 or 2.
Give so much too.
I thought we had to go on 2. Who was on 1?
Hey, play that shit only on Austin.
You want to get distracted?
Oh, we back up. No, what?
Yeah.
Nah, we back. We back.
Yeah.
All right, we back up.
We'll hear that. We'll hear about that tomorrow.
Yeah, we know about the.
Keep it going, bro.
Oh, praise.
Check. Hey, Shalom, Israel. We back. They try to shut us down, man.
Let's see. Are we back on? Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm on it right
We
now.
back?
Yeah, we can come.
What about classroom? They down?
It's back down.
You know, we could.
No. All right, keep it on Austin.
Bring it out.
All right, Israel. We back.
Hey, sis, push. Oh, yeah. Yeah, push that out, y'all. Share
Yeah,
this
share,
thing.
share.
to
You
Austin.
saw
Tell
try to-
everybody come
Yep.
to Austin, man. Come to the Austin
man.
page,
They try to
man.
shut us down, man. We back. We got to reshare this thing real quick. All right, let's go. All right, so let's pull up that next article. Okay? Dealing with the Sam Wayne and the sacrificing. Because like we said, it said that they sacrifice what? Animals and plants and that type of things,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
But they didn't go into the true detail. We don't get the real history. Scroll up.
Right.
Scroll up. No, up.
Other way.
Other way.
Go down. Scroll down. There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go. All right, from the top. Read that.
All the
first.
way. Is this the heading of it? Okay.
All right.
Dead Scary. Samhain is the pagan origin of Halloween, and its terrifying rituals include human sacrifices.
What?
Human sacrifices and pumpkins filled with burning human fat.
Yeah. For real though.
Halloween is more than makeup tutorials and dressing your dog up as a pumpkin. It's the night the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead raises up, and the spirits of our ancestors walk amongst us.
So this is a heavy article, man. We about to really dive in on it. Y'all may have seen this before. It's been out for a while, this article. We're going to just retouch it again because it got some good stuff in here, man. Real good breakdown. But the officer was saying something, and we're going to read this, and we want to show y'all this image, too. Go ahead and read on, officer.
Modern day Halloween might have been reduced to little more than scary makeup tutorials on YouTube, but rewind a few thousand years and you'd be planning your human sacrifice, not your outfit. Halloween is regarded as the witches' Sabbath, the equivalent of their New Year's Eve.
You hear that? So it says Halloween is regarded as the witches' Sabbath, right? Read. Scroll down. Look at that image, though, real quick. Look at that image. I want y'all to look at that.
Wow.
Some demonic stuff we was doing, man.
That's crazy.
Read the sentence underneath that image.
Yes, sir. It says, hey, there you go. The Druids had many ways of sacrificing humans, one of which was packing them in a giant burning effigy of a man.
Wow. So go back up to the image. So they would put living bodies in this huge statue or whatever and light it on fire and sacrifice that, man. That's what we was doing. That's what Israel, Northern Kingdom, that's what we was doing.
Damn, bro. We fell off, man.
We went all the way off. Okay? Some evil stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all got anything?
Yeah. I was trying to get on this YouTube jacked us up, man. All right, man. You ain't gonna take my rhythm away, man. All right, let's get it. So read that again about the human sacrifice, because officer's in the spirit on that, man.
Go back to the article.
Yeah. Because we was talking about this earlier, officer. This is heavy. So read that again. The Druids.
There you go. The Druids had many ways of sacrificing humans, one of which was packing them in a giant burning effigy of a man.
So these were unrighteous sacrifices, y'all. So we used to do righteous sacrifice, but Northern King, like officer was bringing out, they fell off, right? But let's get how we were supposed to move. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 19 real quick.
Deuteronomy.
You want to bring it out? All right.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
They shall call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness.
Of what?
Of righteousness.
Northern Kingdom used to do that of righteousness, but they fell off though, right? Is that it?
For they shall suck of the abundance of the seas and of treasures hid in the sand.
All right, so we used to do righteous sacrifices, right? But something happened in our history. We fell off. Something kind of changed, right? Let's get some quick history on that. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 12. 1 Kings chapter 12, start at verse 30. They really started falling off back then with these sacrifices. Now we doing humans, man. It's crazy.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 12, verse 30. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. And he made an house of high places and made priests of the lowest of the people.
So this is during the time of the split, right? We had Jeroboam and Rehoboam. So basically what happened was Jeroboam started going off. He was ruling the northern kingdom. And he started setting up a low base priesthood. So they wasn't moving in the spirit, and they sacrifices started going worse and worse, right? Go ahead. Where we at, verse?
And made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi.
What verse you on?
That was 31.
Okay, keep reading.
And Jeroboam ordained a feast.
He did what?
He ordained a feast in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah.
So he was that. So you see, he was trying to set up his own way of righteousness, his own system, right? So he made a feast like unto Judah. So it was still wicked because he using not ordained priests. They setting up feasts in their own time. They're not going to the temple like it was all commanded in the scriptures, right? Finish reading.
And he offered upon the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made.
The what?
The calves that he had made.
So he started sacrificing unto the calves. That's way back at the split. Israel was going off. Read.
And he placed in Bethel the priests of the high places which he had made.
Read on.
So he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised of his own heart.
Of his own mind, read.
And ordained a feast unto the children of Israel, and he offered upon the altar and burnt incense.
So he started burning his own incense, right? So that's what he started doing. So that's why the Most High started talking to us like he does. What is that? Amos 5 and 21. Pull that real quick. That's why God started dealing with us and started sending the Assyrians after us and all the things, right? Let's get that. Amos 5:21.
The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 21. I despise your feast days.
Right. This ain't just going into Thanksgiving. This is all the stuff we was doing back then. Read.
And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
I don't want to smell this human burning flesh. Right. So that's what God was trying to say, all right? So that was it.
Yeah, just to land back, let me get Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 17 right quick. Because what you're bringing out is heavy. So before we fell off the bandwagon, we was doing righteous sacrifices, right?
Right.
But read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 17. They sacrificed unto devils.
Unto who?
Unto devils.
Samhain is a devil.
Right.
That's a false god.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Not to God.
Not to God. Go ahead.
To gods whom they knew not. To new gods that came newly up.
And this is something that we set up.
Right.
This is something that we did. We started sacrificing up to devils. We created this Samhain image, and we started packing bodies into this damn statue.
Right.
Bro, hey, we fell off for real.
For real.
Hey, go to Hosea 8:13. Just like what y'all brothers is bringing out, we went all the way off because at one point, like the officer brought out, we was doing sacrifices of righteousness. Okay, but let's see what type of sacrifices we started to do.
The book of Hosea, chapter 8, verse 13.
Come on.
They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings.
See that? They said they sacrifice flesh for the sacrificing of his offerings. Pull that image back up. Pull the image back up of what they was doing during Halloween, right? Yeah, put that on the screen and let's read this scripture. Yep. Read it again.
Crazy, man.
They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings and eat it.
And did what?
And eat it.
Read.
But the Lord accepted them not. Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins. They shall return to Egypt.
See that? They shall return to slavery, captivity, and it happened time and time again, like you said, officer. The Assyrians came, the Babylonians, the Persians, the Greeks, Rome, the conquistadors, right? Spain, okay? Because we continue to go off and not keep God's commandment. We started doing things like Sam Hain. All right, what you got? Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so let me get Psalms 106 and go to verse 37. Because not just the fact that we were sacrificing to idols, but what we was doing, we were sacrificing certain things that should have been precious to us that we thought to take lightly, similar to how our sisters run out and get abortions left and right today. Similar to how a brother will leave $40 in a damn Plan B on the side table today. Right. So what we gonna do, we gotta deal with how our people was doing it. Because on that image up there, you see that it was they show an image of so-called white people. But that was us. This history in the Bible only pertains to us. So let's see what it says about how we dealt with the Most High.
The book of Psalms, chapter 106, verse 37.
Come on.
Bring it out.
Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils.
So the same devils that the officer just brought out, that we sacrificed unto new gods, the guys that we didn't know, we were giving our children over to these same devils. How we do that today? We give our children's costumes. We let them run around and go trick-or-treating. And then we got to go check the candy. I remember growing up, that's something that they made us do.
Right.
They made us go to the police station or go to the hospital and let them x-ray the candy. If this is such a good thing to handle, why do I got to go to such great lengths to keep my children safe?
Right.
All right, keep going.
And shed innocent blood.
They shed innocent blood. Those little children, they don't deserve that death that y'all giving them. Read on.
Even the blood of their sons and of their daughters.
That innocent blood was the sons and daughters. So you see that image up there, I could only believe that they would try to pack as many babies as they could inside that thing. All right, whenever you see how we dealt with Molech, they would put little holes in the front of the horns of the bull, so that when the babies would scream, it'll sound like the cattle was going. This is the evil that we did on these days, but we don't connect it to that because we think that we learned all this or this stuff was going on before our history. All right, a little bit more on that, and that's it.
Whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan.
The idols of Canaan, these are the same gods that God said that if we go into the land, we don't need to deal with them. We don't need to touch them. Stay away from them. Don't make marriages with them because we're going to go after their gods. Go ahead.
And the land was polluted with blood.
The land was polluted with blood to the point where God chose to put us out. So if you read on down more, he tells us that that's the reason that he gave us into the hands of our enemies. All right, that's all.
Cold precept, bro.
Oh, yeah, that was nice.
That was real nice.
Drop a bomb for that. Let's go back to the article. Yeah, read on. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of meat in this article, y'all.
Its roots lie firmly in the old pagan holiday of Samhain, which along with May 1st, Beltane was regarded as...
Wait.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of interesting
Yep.
word there. Beltane?
Yeah, we never hear about Beltane.
Oh,
We're going to deal with that, too.
all right. Matter of fact, let's deal with that. What is Beltane? What are we talking about here?
We're going to come back to this article. Let's get the Beltane.
Let's get that
pull that
Beltane up real quick. Let's read on that for a second. Remember, we were setting up feasts of our own understanding because we always have two major feasts. We got our three major feasts we know, but they were always around what? Our feast of crop seasons and things like that. But let's see if there's any correlation with this.
Beltane is the Gaelic May Day festival. It is held on
Is
one
the what?
May. Is the Gaelic May Day festival.
All right, that's going back to those Germanic tribes. That was us,
Right.
okay? That was us doing this stuff. Watch this. Read on.
It is held on 1 May, or about halfway between the spring equinox and summer solstice in the northern hemisphere.
Real close to Passover, huh? Kind of interesting, isn't it? Go ahead.
This marks the start of summer in Ireland.
Where?
In Ireland.
Ain't that where you was talking about those brothers was at?
Yeah, we ruled all of that. That was us ruling.
Go ahead.
1 May, as Ireland has a solar-based season system, the name of the festival is synonymous with the calendar month in Ireland. The month of May is called Mina.
All right, now go down to Customs. It says historic customs. Let's read that real quick.
Historic customs. Beltane was one of 4 Gaelic seasonal festivals.
So there's 4 festivals that we was trying to keep. Interesting. Go ahead.
Samhain, 1 November. Imbolc, 1 February. Beltane, 1 May. Lug
You got it, bro. You can do it. You
Lug
can do it.
Nasada.
Y'all praise.
Okay, 1 August. Beltane marked the beginning of the pastoral summer season when livestock were driven out of the summer pastures. Rituals were held at the time to protect them from harm, both natural and supernatural. And this mainly involved the symbolic use of fire.
The symbolic use of fire, because you know what we supposed to do with our Passover. You know what I'm saying? They take it and they started morphing it. It evolves into this evil. Yeah.
Real quick, give me you got something else, Salah? Go to Sirach 33:7, because I like the point that you're making, how we had our righteous sacrifices of righteousness, right? We had the laws of God, but we always take that and corrupt it and make our own thing, like what Jeroboam did, he from his own mind, right? Let's see what the Bible says. Sirach 33:7.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 7. Why doth one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in every year is of the sun?
Watch this.
By the knowledge of the Lord.
By who?
By the knowledge of the Lord.
No, by Jeroboam's knowledge.
By the knowledge of the Lord.
No, by the Celts' knowledge.
By the knowledge of the Lord.
By the knowledge of the Lord, right? Read on.
They were distinguished. And he altered seasons and feasts.
And he did what?
And he altered seasons and feasts.
So the Lord gave us certain feast days to follow, not this stuff, okay? Not Samhain, not Halloween, not Beltane. The Lord gave us certain feast days. Read.
Some of them have he made high days.
And we have high days, right? Read on.
And hallowed them.
And did what?
And hallowed
And
them.
hallowed them. Right? Made those days holy, not Halloween. Read.
And some of them have he made ordinary days.
And then you have your ordinary days, okay? So don't let them fool you. Don't let all this stuff, right, what the Roman Catholic Church is pushing, right? Whether it be All Saints Day, Day of the Dead, Halloween. Don't let none of this stuff fool you, people. All right? Israel, this is not of God.
Right.
That's right.
All right, where we at on that article? Let me see it. Most. Nah, we good on Beltane.
Good on Beltane?
Yeah,
All right,
we
let's
good
go
on
back.
Beltane. Let's go
So
back.
we showed that there was 4 feasts that they was keeping, right?
Right.
And they all was pagan and evil as hell.
Right.
All right, so let's go back to the other article. Yep.
Its roots lie firmly in the old pagan holiday of Samhain, which, along with May 1st, Beltane was regarded as one of the most important days of the year. On Samhain, it was believed that the veil lifted between the worlds of the living and the dead, allowing spirits, demons, and other mythical creatures such as fairies a chance to walk amongst us. But the reality of Halloween through the eyes of the Celts and Druids is scarier than any horror film. According to old documents, in its most primitive guise, Samhain would have featured many sacrifices to the Celtic gods of death, with both animals and humans thrown into huge fire pits as offerings.
Wow. I can't believe people
And
celebrate this.
yep, and this is the thing when we ask people, do you know the origin of Halloween? Do you understand what you celebrated? No, I think it's candy.
Yeah, it's for the kids.
Yeah, it's for the kids.
It's for the candy and costumes.
Right. Don't have no knowledge and understanding of where this stuff comes from. All right. That's why Scripture says, "Blessed is he that readeth."
Right.
This stuff is on Google.
Right.
You could Google this stuff.
And the thing is, and I know we're going to touch on it later, but I'm like, all right, so you don't know, because I didn't know. I didn't know, and I was in it, you know? But once you learn it, though, like, you still going to keep going with it, though? Like, that's crazy, bro. This is crazy. And then go to church the next day talking about, hallelujah night. Come on now. Let's get back to the article.
Google got the devil on.
Google got it on it.
We got the devil on it right now.
People claim the ancient Druids ate their firstborn children.
They did what?
Ate their firstborn children on Sam Hain. Or collected the blood of their sacrificial humans in cauldrons and drank it.
Bro, what was that precept?
Really, nigga?
Bro?
Right.
Wow.
Go back to that. Yeah, let's pull that again. Psalms 106. Yep, and read verse, 36.
Man.
The book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 36. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
Verse 38.
Verse 38. And shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan.
Man.
And the land was polluted with blood.
Pure evil, man.
Tell
Pure evil, bro.
And that lets you know that was us. Because it's we read it in the scriptures and we seeing they did the same exact thing.
Right. Right. In the scriptures and the article, but that's crazy, man. Let's read on.
The stories get gorier, claiming that hollowed out pumpkins and turnips would be filled with fat from previous sacrifices and lit.
Man.
It was the arrival of the Romans in 55 BC that signaled the end of Druid culture in the UK.
You see that? So that's when we was warned with them. Goes back to that video we played with the barbarians. We was warned with Rome. And Rome said, nah, that's why they named us barbarians. Yeah, go ahead, officer.
Hey, I was just going to say, when we disobeyed, he said, yet if you will not observe and do all these commandments, verse 47, I will send a nation against thee. Because that's what we were doing.
Yep.
Good point. That's what we was doing. So you can see how for us not keeping the commandments, he sent Rome against us, right? Rome and conquered us, destroyed us. And then on top of that, they pushed their religion on top of us, on top of that, Hellenized us.
So another way that you know that this was dealing with our people. How did they know to take the fat of the thing that they were trying to sacrifice? Because when you look in Leviticus, God told us there were certain things where we had to take the fat and drop it in the fire. All right. I mean, hey, I wouldn't try to go that far. Let's go. All right. Huh? Oh, am I? All right. Look, I'm trying to be over here. I'm trying not to stay over there, bro. You know what I'm saying? You said what? Oh, all right. Yeah, the brother said my arm is blocking the camera. All right. No, I wasn't even pulling it. I wasn't pulling it. It was
All right.
Leviticus, I'll get it right quick.
All right, while you
Go
look
ahead.
that up, we'll read on with the article.
Yeah, I don't want to slow the article
Nah,
down.
keep going, bro. We'll get to it. Remember that. Go ahead.
Julius Caesar even commented about the ancient Brits that in times of danger, unless the life of a man be offered, the mind of immortal gods will not favor them.
Go ahead.
Yeah, leave it on that
Right
picture
there.
right there. So you see what Esau's doing, right? The pumpkin and all that. But what did that represent? Human flesh
Flesh.
that they would light on
Right.
fire.
Right.
You got it?
Oh, yeah, I got the one.
All right,
I
come
got
on.
the one I was looking for. All right, go. I want Leviticus chapter 1, verse 8. Because remember, this is talking about the Druid priests. Why is it specific, the Druid priests? Why they keep saying that? It wasn't just the normal, everyday Celtic or Gaelic person. It had to be a certain group of people. All right, read that.
Leviticus chapter 1, verse 8.
And these people, they distinguished themselves differently than everybody else. They wore different clothes. They spoke different. They acted different, and they knew different things. Go ahead.
And the priests, Aaron's sons,
This was the righteous law. The priests, Aaron's sons,
shall lay the parts, the head, and the fat in order upon the wood.
why did it separate everything and say the fat? Because that fat would burn all day and all night. Y'all brothers out there that barbecue, y'all understand that fat gonna burn slow. Go ahead.
Upon the wood that is on the fire which is upon the altar.
Upon the altar where you're doing your sacrifice. Go ahead.
But his inwards and his legs shall he wash in water.
Now, verse 10 is the point, though, just to make it understood, because the custom that we're going to go into, we're going to explain and show what was the specific part matching up with this law. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And if his offering be of the flocks, namely of the sheep, or of the goats, for a burnt
It
sacrifice,
was a burnt sacrifice. They burnt that thing alive. What they was trying to do, what was it, though?
he shall bring it a male without blemish.
What was the without blemish part? When we dealt with the Celts and the Gaelic people, they was trying to find that virgin, that untouched soul.
Right.
All right, that's how you know that these people that was doing this was our people. They
Right.
understood. They had a form of godliness, but it wasn't according to knowledge.
Right.
All right, that was all it was.
Oh, praise it. Now that was fire. That was
Yeah.
fire. All right, yeah, let's go back to that.
I got you, officer.
Oh, praise it. I thought you was clearing your throat, bro.
Nah, I was giving you some bombs, bro. All right, where we at? Let's scroll down. There's some more on this I wanted to pull. Go ahead.
All right. I go to, okay, there you go, right there. An ancient etching of druids sacrificing a human on a stone slab.
Man.
Raise it up a little bit. Up. Other way. Okay.
Yeah, good point. They did have their heads covered like the Levitical priest. Man. That
It was-
us. Yeah, go ahead.
It was traditional to light a candle and place it in the window to guide the spirits of ancestors and loved ones home. And apples were buried alongside roadsides for spirits who were lost or who had no descendants to provide for them.
You see that right there? That was a heavy point right there. Because a lot of the imagery that we saw, they had people bobbing for apples. And I was like, why apples? I didn't understand it. Like, why not a pear or, I don't know, a banana, anything? Why are we bobbing for apples? Which is nasty, by the way, but that's what they was doing. So I want to read that article real quick about bobbing for apples. Because what did it say there, officer, real quick? I'm going to have y'all cut back and forth real quick. It said...
And apples were...
So first, I want to touch on one thing real quick. It says it was traditional to light a candle and place it in the window of the guy. Don't that sound familiar? Like all these little kids, spirits running around, you want them to come to your house, what you do? You turn the light on so they can come get the candy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where do you think that stuff comes from?
Hey, also, that's so true because I know in my house growing up, my mom always said, yo, keep that light off. Don't have these
Yeah,
little kids
'cause
knocking on my damn, yo, keep that light off. So we
Right.
would keep the light off because you're right. If you had the light on, that let the people know your house was, you could come to my
Right.
house and knock for candy.
Right.
So that's
But what
true.
is that about? It's about these guiding these little spirits running around to your house. And then it said the apples were buried along roadsides for spirits who were lost or who had no descendants, meaning they weren't able to be fruitful and multiply, right? So now let's go into the apples.
Hey, all my lights finna be off tomorrow. For real,
You got
boy.
that right, bro.
I better not see one kid knock on my damn
I'm
door.
telling you, man. I'm
You getting an
I'm
egg to the face.
I'm gonna unplug the clocks. I ain't gonna have no lights in my house, bro.
Night.
Now, hey, something that we're gonna start doing, I'm gonna say tomorrow, at the house, we're gonna get a flyer printed out and put that thing on the front door. If anybody comes to the house, they're gonna see that flyer. You're gonna see that Halloween flyer. up there.
Right.
That is not of God, bro.
That's why I'm gonna have my light on with flyers in the
Flyers
front. You
on the
want
front, yeah.
come here and repent. That's what you gonna do, man.
Yo, here's some flyers.
Right. Go ahead.
Apple bobbing, also known as bobbing for apples, is a game often played on Halloween.
When?
On Halloween.
Wow.
The game is played by filling a tub or large
Because
basin.
hold on, that's just heavy to me. Because usually people may think that's just at festivals, maybe like a carnival and stuff like. No, it's telling you it's usually when on Halloween because that's where this thing originates from. Go ahead.
The game is played by filling a tub or large basin with water and putting apples in the water. Because apples are less dense than the water, they will float at the surface.
You're right.
Players, usually children, then try to catch one with their teeth. Use of arms is not allowed, and the
All right.
hands, yeah.
So that's the game. But hold on, go down to history. You're gonna like this, officer. Go to the history.
History. The tradition of bobbing for apples dates back to the Roman invasion of Britain.
What? That's some little familiar history, right?
Yep.
And watch this.
When the conquering army merged their own celebrations with traditional Celtic festivals.
See, I'm telling you, Rome, they came, they conquered us, and that right there, you know what that's called? Hellenization.
Yep.
That's Hellenization right there. That's what they did.
Yep. Read on.
During an annual celebration, young unmarried people try to bite into an apple floating in water or hanging from a string on a line. The first person to bite into the apple would be the next one to be allowed to marry.
Okay.
Apple bobbing was appropriated in the Celtic festival Samhain,
Why?
with apples a sign of fertility and abundance.
You see that right there? So it was going into what? That not having any descendants. So now you didn't have no descendants, so we trying to build out some fertility, which is more lasciviousness and all
Fornication.
that. Fornication.
That's what I was
man.
going into.
And what you know what, all the costumes and everything, how they dress now, it's all connected. It's all evil.
Exactly. So imagine now you gotta, like Bishop Canal said, you gotta envision it, right? And picture this. So everybody's dressed up in costumes. You can't see who it is.
Right.
Right. Now you bobbing for apples.
Right.
Now you and the person bob for apples, and that person is already married or whatever. Whatever
Right.
the case may be. Fornication, adultery, a whole bunch of evil going on.
Dang. It's an evil holiday. So, all right. So that was it on the bobbing for apples. Let's go back to the article.
Yeah, man. Bobbing for apples. That was I like that thing. So
Go back to the, pull that up. Pull it up, IT.
All right. So while he's trying to figure out what's going on over there, so basically, so what we're trying to show our people is this thing is wicked. Like it's
Right.
wicked from everything that, and you know what? You know what the bobbing for apples, who usually does that? It's for the kids.
Right. The kids.
It's for
yeah.
the kids.
Everything is for the kids.
Everything's for the kids, man.
Everything for the kids. The candy, the bobbing for apples, all of it. Costume.
Right. So what we want to show y'all is that because all this stuff is connected, there is, you can't, what is that precept where it says who can bring an unclean thing? That's in Job, right?
Yeah,
Let me pull that real quick. IT, let us know when y'all ready, man.
The book of Job, chapter 14, verse 4.
Right.
Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean?
Who can do that? Nobody. Nobody. Read.
Not one.
Not one. That's the whole point we trying to share with y'all. Nobody. Doesn't matter. The origin is bad. The origin is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to use the word nigga. I like to go this word because let's just take it back only to the 16 or the early, 1900s when they was used to call us that. We know the etymology of it. It means black. But let's just say it evolves, right? I asked this to some Edomites sometimes. I say, is it okay if to say nigga now if you white, if we mean it as a term of endearment, if you white? You know, every black person on the planet is going to be like, no. But it, you know what I'm saying? It means it's a term of endearment. The reason why they say no is because it's connected to evil history. They know that.
Right.
So, yeah, anyways, let me move on with the point. We good? All right. What? Oh.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, let's try with this article long. We got to get through it, man. We got to get it.
No, it's a lot of good stuff on here.
Yeah, I feel you.
Let's read on.
It was traditional to light a candle and place it in the window to guide the spirits of ancestors and loved ones home, and apples were buried alongside roadsides for spirits who were lost or who had no descendants to provide for them. However, present-day pagans' Samhain celebration are a much safer affair and focus on the night's origins as a feast of the dead.
And so they say there's present day celebrations, and these things have evolved. They still do this particular celebration, but other ones, officer, we want to touch on those. The
let's
All
get
Saints
that.
Day.
Yeah, let's get the All
Let's
Saints
get
Day.
All
Pull that
Saints
up.
Day.
To show how, because remember it said that Rome conquered the Celts, right? And forced their religion on them,
Right.
their festivals on them. That's going into this right here. Pull that up. All Saints Day.
All Saints Day, also known as All Hallows Day, the Feast of All Saints, the Feast of All Hallows, the Solemnity of All Saints, and Hallow Mass is a Christian solemnity celebrated in honor of all saints, raise it up a little bit, of the church, whether they are known or unknown.
Right, so it says it's a Christian, right, celebration, right? Go down to the history. Go down to the history. I want to show you how. So when, like I said, Rome conquered the Celts, they forced this on them, and it changed from Halloween to All Saints Day, right? Go down. So scroll down where it talks about Mexico. Keep going down. Wait, hold on. Let me find it for y'all.
There you go, customs.
Yeah,
I think
customs.
it's under
There
customs.
you go. Under customs. Now go down to Mexico. Right there,
Latin
Latin America, right? Latin America, pull that up. So let's speed it up now, right? So we went from how Rome conquered the Celts, changed it to All Saints Day. Now let's speed it up to today, right? Latin America. Let's see what our brothers Mexico or Issachar, what they doing now.
When we start on Mexico?
Yeah,
Guatemala?
Mexico. Just Mexico.
Mexico. All Saints Day in Mexico coincides with the first day of the Dead, Dia de Muertos celebration. It commemorates children who have died, Dia de los Inocentes.
Okay.
And the second day celebrates all deceased adults.
So All Saints Day transformed to the Day of the Dead, right? This is what Issachar started doing now. After conquistadors came, 1492, right? Conquered our brothers, the so-called Mexicans, and they turned it into this. Click that, Day of the Dead. Let's read that.
The Day of the Dead, Spanish, Dia de Muertos or Dia de los Muertos, is a holiday traditionally celebrated on November 1st and 2nd, though other days, such as October 31st or November 6th, may be included depending on the locality. It largely originated in Mexico, where it is mostly observed, but also in other places, especially by people of Mexican heritage elsewhere. Although associated with the Western Christian...
But I thought Mexicans created it. I thought the Mexicans created it.
Right.
Right? It says what?
Although associated with the Western Christian All Hallowtide observances of All Hallows Eve, All Saints Day, and All Souls Day.
It's all the same thing.
Dang, bro. Just a web of evil,
Tell
man.
you, it's a deep rabbit hole.
God, dog.
Right? Read on.
It has a much less solemn tone and is portrayed as a holiday of joyful celebration rather than mourning.
How's it joyful when you celebrating the dead?
Right.
Right? The scripture says to mourn.
Right.
So how is it joyful? Read on.
The multi-day holiday involves family and friends gathering to pay respects and to remember friends and family members who have died. These celebrations can take a humorous tone as celebrants remember funny events and anecdotes about the departed.
All right, so let's pull the video to show so you can get a visual of what our brothers and sisters do in Mexico, right? Pause it so we can read it. Take the disclaimer off real quick, because this one we're gonna have to read it. And take us off the screen.
Can you see that one? I said, if you can see that one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Read
right,
it
I
up
got you
there.
right here.
There you go. Here we go.
Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, is a holiday celebrated November 2nd. The tradition originated in Mexico, although it is marked throughout Latin America. With each country celebrating different customs, the Mexican custom combines an indigenous Aztec ritual with Catholicism.
Wow.
Brought to the region by Spanish conquistadors.
There you go.
Whoa. Pause right there. It said what? Run it back a little bit. Yep.
Brought to the region by Spanish
I'm
conquistadors.
telling you, never trust your enemy, man.
Right.
Right? They're gonna say, "Oh, Mexicans, they made it up themselves." No. Conquistadors brought that stuff to them, destroyed us, defiled us. Okay. Play on.
Dia de los Muertos is a celebration of the lives of the deceased. In addition to celebrating with food, drinks, and activities the dead enjoyed in life, families clean and decorate grave sites of loved ones on Dia de los Muertos. The dead are also remembered with ofrendas, small personal altars honoring. Popular symbols of Dia de los Muertos are calacas and calaveras, skeletons and skulls. They appear...
Hey, pause it. So give me Sirach 38. Go to Sirach 38 and verse 16. Because the Bible tells you to how to mourn for somebody when they pass. Let's see if we're supposed to be doing this stuff, right? With skulls and all this demonic stuff, man. Let's see if we're supposed to be doing that. Sirach 38 and verse 16.
The book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 16.
Bring it out.
My son, let tears fall down over the dead, and begin to lament as if thou hadst suffered great harm thyself, and then cover his body according to the custom, and neglect not his burial.
So we had our own customs concerning death, right? How we dealt with death. We had our own customs, right? Read on.
Weep bitterly and make great moan, and use lamentations as he is worthy.
And that's a key point I want right there. It says, use lamentation as he is worthy. Real quick, what is that? Deuteronomy, the last chapter about Moses. Yes, sir. Give me that. The last chapter, 34 and verse 7. Yep.
Deuteronomy chapter 34 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
And Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eye was not dim, nor his natural force abated.
Read on.
And the children of Israel wept for Moses.
They did what?
Wept for Moses.
Because Moses was worthy. Okay, Moses was worthy for the children of Israel to weep for him. Right? Read.
In the plains of Moab, 30 days.
They did. How long they weep for Moses?
30 days.
Because Moses was worthy, right? He led us out of Egypt. He led us out of captivity. He was a leader. Okay, so we're going to weep and we're going to praise our leaders, right? Come on. Come on.
So the days of weeping and mourning for Moses were ended.
So that's it on that.
Okay.
Go back to Sirach.
So they ain't bring 11 bread or a lamb to his graveyard or nothing like that for
No,
me?
they didn't do this.
Oh, okay.
They didn't do the stuff that we seeing right here.
Gotcha.
This demonic stuff, right? Read Sirach 38 and verse 17.
Sirach chapter 38, verse 17.
Bring it out.
Weep bitterly and make great moan, and use lamentation as he is worthy, and that a day or two, lest thou be evil spoken of.
Wait, hold on. How long is that festival? A day or two?
day or
Right,
two.
right.
But they doing it the flip side, though.
Right.
Wow.
To evil. Right. Read.
Lest thou be evil spoken of, and then comfort thyself for thy heaviness.
Right. So let's go back to the video. Yeah, go
Real
ahead.
quick,
Officer.
you said earlier how Bishop teaches us to put ourselves in that situation.
Yeah,
how it was
put
going
yourself.
on.
Yep.
How did the conquistadors bring that over there to them? They brought death with them. They were killing our people. Then they made them celebrate those people that they killed.
Wow.
That's a heavy. That's a headbanger. Right
Yep.
there, you know.
For real.
All day, every day.
Oh, I got one. Let me get same chapter that officer was just in. Let me get verse 23. Just to land back on what you was already saying on how we should deal with the dead. Because they mourning and celebrating the life of these people every single year.
Right.
All right? What the scriptures say?
Sirach chapter 38, verse 23.
Bring it out.
When the dead is at rest, let his remembrance rest.
What we supposed to do when the dead dies among us?
Let his remembrance rest.
So we're not going to have our mothers and daughters crying over us when we pass every year.
Right.
It ain't going down like that. Let that remembrance rest. You got to comfort yourself. Get over that. Go ahead.
And be comforted for him when his spirit is departed from him.
Now, how can you be comforted for somebody who you know ain't going to the kingdom of God?
Right. And like the leadership been bringing out, when we die, we not really dead, man. Right. That's not the end.
Right.
Okay. That's a whole nother topic in class, but that's not the end. We gonna see our brothers and sisters again. Okay.
Right.
All right, Lord's will. We gonna see them for real. Yeah. Go ahead, officer.
Let me get. Are you finished?
Oh, no, that was the same thing he was saying where it says his spirit has departed from him, meaning your spirit is just left. That don't mean you're done. It's just not for now. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Real quick, let me just get Mark 12 and verse 27. Right quick. Mark chapter 12, verse 27. Because you don't read nowhere in the scriptures where Christ told us to bring food to the dead and things of that nature, like how you see what we're doing right now today's time, right? So read that.
The book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 27.
Bring it out.
He is not the God of the dead.
He is what?
Not the God of the dead,
Go ahead.
but the God of the living.
Uh-huh.
Ye therefore do greatly err.
And that's what we see what's going on with Northern Kingdom, our brothers and sisters over there in Mexico. They're celebrating the dead, bringing food and all these different things to their graveyard and setting up all these. Like, nah, that's nowhere in the Bible.
The hell is
the
this?
disciples ain't do that. Christ ain't do that. Our forefathers didn't do it. Right. So as you can see, it said, "Ye therefore do greatly err." So you gotta repent from that stuff, man.
Right. All right, Israel. So, man, there's so much more. The prophets want to eat right now. I'm telling you straight up. We want to hear so many precepts, but due to time constraints, we got to push past the article, all right? Because there was something we want to show y'all. Remember, y'all saw there was an evolution of this customs, right? It got worse and worse and worse. And when we come back after break, y'all, you're going to see how bad it's gotten for our people, all right? So let's go ahead and roll the commercial break, and then we'll be right back.
Right here is a matter of life and death. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before thine eyes.
That prophecy is fulfilled today. Right. Right? You see who those 12 tribes really are. Right. Not that imposter, that Jewish person that lives over there in our land. What I was not aware of is that I think it's between 4 to 6 years that these two brothers have been here, and they've not been visited, they've not been touched, but now we're here. Lord's will, the watering needs to happen. To go ahead and continue to follow up and send men out.
Deacon Abiel had camp out here. You didn't have camp out here?
No. I think Deacon Abiel had passed through one time.
Yes.
Yeah, in civies.
But it's good.
He was in civilian attire.
But it is.
And he passed through.
It is good that we're here breaking ground finally.
Yes, breaking ground, officially breaking ground.
Yes. Shout out Deacon Abiel.
Right.
All praises to the Most High.
Right. So. Y'all been with us for a while. Yeah. So nobody's really like visited, like, well, Deacon Abiel that time that he was on vacation. I just want to be clear, he was on vacation though when he came and saw you.
Yeah,
right?
he didn't come on a mission.
Yeah, he didn't come on a mission. Okay, all praises.
First mission.
All right, we back at it. Original Royalty Recording Street Team at Flatbush, Brooklyn at the King's Theater. We letting the people hear our music and see their reaction. Let's get it.
All right, so Dwayne, you heard the track, you vibe to it. What you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's a good song. I think it'll be a hit or something like that, you know?
It'd be a hit. So would it be something that you would purchase? Would you support this?
I mean, I'm not into really buying music, but I would listen to it. I could hear it on the radio. I could sense that.
I like that beat. I like how it came on, and I like her voice. Whoever this chick is, she's pretty dope.
So, in your opinion, you think we should be out here showing more people this song?
Hell yeah, why not? Get out there.
Challenges. Take time when you challenges. Remove the limit from your life. You can manage it high.
Is he a British musician?
He's from the UK. Yeah, I see you was vibing to it.
No, I kind of like the fact that UK artists kind of have like their own style now, and they don't, like, you could tell the difference between a UK artist versus an American artist. I like the vibe, the beat. It kind of like gave me like a Caribbean beat, like.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of have a move to it. I like that.
I appreciate it. So it's something that you would buy, you would support?
I would support this. I would definitely support that, and I would actually probably like to see him live too.
Ooh, that's nice.
Cool vibes. Yeah, I liked it. That was good.
I'ma need your life. I'ma follow anywhere you go. Anywhere. Pick up, then I gotta let you know. Let you know you leave me cause I cannot let you go.
You surprised me.
Ha.
What's nice about this is I guess the album's the message. It's on point because they're saying something. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, girl sucking, grabbing. and it's not that him to hair that rap. Everybody's flow is the same now. It's doing its own thing, and it's saying something.
Right. So you would say that the artist he has his own style. He's diverse.
I don't know about diverse, but he's original.
Original.
He's original. He's doing his thing. He's not aping what's out or what's popular. And again, the hook is nice. The young lady on the hook is sweet. The beat is, not like every other beat you ever heard everywhere. It's really, y'all doing something. Y'all doing something. Keep at it. Because again, the message is the perfect title for that album because he's really saying something.
Shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ blessed. This is IUIC Austin, and you're now tuned in to another episode of WCO Radio in the Street. In this episode, we're going to be dealing with Halloween. We're going to cast down imaginations. We're going to ask the people, why do they celebrate Halloween? What's the origin, and how does God feel about it? All right, so stay tuned, Israel.
Why do you feel like people do celebrate Halloween?
I mean, it's America, you feel me? Things have been planted and they have a foundation of things that's already the way it goes, you feel me? So it's gonna be that way for a long time until somebody stops it.
What's the origin of Halloween? What does Halloween mean?
Giving some candy away. What does Halloween mean?
I don't know. How did Halloween start? It was a tradition of the Celts, of the Druids, after the tradition of men.
And after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
What was that last part?
And not after Christ.
Yeah.
We back. All right, Israel, you're now tuned into
WCO.
All right. That's right. Hey, all praise out to y'all. All right, man.
Y'all all right.
So, like the officer said before we went in a commercial break, we saw the evolution of Halloween, right? So we're gonna bring it up to today. What Halloween has turned into, right? What's the title of the class or the show?
Halloween.
Unclean Fiends and Drag Queens. Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
Lord mercy.
Lord of mercy.
Yeah, we about to go into
All
this,
right.
man. So let's pull it up. Let's pull up the first video.
So what we got going on, y'all, is there's a movement going on in Esau worlds, right? They're getting real upset because they're talking about, should we cancel Halloween? As the information gets pushed out, should they cancel it? So let's see what's going on. We're going to kind of walk through some of this, what's happening right now. All right, let's play this first video. Should they cancel it out of schools, more specifically?
Yes.
This morning, parents speaking out as school districts across the country opt to cancel Halloween celebrations.
I feel like it's just crossing the line, and it's just, where does it end? So next people are going to be offended by pumpkins. So we're going to take away pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns or pumpkin
Right, look
carving.
at the origin.
Lower Merion School District in Pennsylvania ending the Halloween tradition after more than 50 years, in part because of safety concerns. Officials pointing to the recent shooting death of a 14-year-old outside a nearby football game as one concern. A similar scene in Ohio this past Friday, 3 people injured in a shooting outside a high school game.
There's danger in every possible venue in every way. So what, are you going to cancel everything? I don't know.
But the district says inclusivity is also a reason for canceling Halloween festivities. In the past, students who did not celebrate Halloween had to sit in the library.
That felt a little exclusionary. It didn't really feel like it was generating that sense of belonging that we hope to have in our schools.
In the Seattle area, Halloween has also been canceled at Brookside Elementary. That's according to radio station KTTH, which reports the principal said many see Halloween as a fun, candy-filled holiday, adding this is not the case for all. Halloween celebrations are exclusionary for students who come from certain cultural or religious backgrounds. And outside Lansing, Michigan, Holt Public Schools is saying no to all holiday celebrations, banning Halloween costumes on campus, calling them a distraction.
It's one day. They have lots of different celebrative days, dress up days, school spirit days, and what's wrong with the Halloween day?
It's evil.
It seems like kids will have to save that new costume for whatever their family
pause.
decides.
All right, let's stop it right there.
Yeah.
So they wanna ban Halloween in the schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why though? What's really, they said because of the shooting and all that, but there's another agenda behind this whole Halloween stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to learn today.
A sick agenda that comes with this. This Halloween has mutated into something else.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to show you.
Yep, this thing it got dark. What did they say? It's escalated quickly. Hey, go to not this video. I think it's one in the article. Where she like, if you scroll down, yes. Yo, Esau big mad. So what happened was, let's read the article heading real quick.
California mom obliterates school board over family-friendly Halloween drag show.
What kind of show?
Drag show.
Wow. How is a drag show family friendly?
I'm telling you, they gonna corrupt these kids, man. They're corrupting the minds of the children.
Bro, this is crazy, bro. And Esau was big mad. You know, they be going to them school board meetings and all that.
That last part said, pimping out our kids.
What?
Pimping out our kids.
It's getting bad, y'all. It's getting bad out here. Let's go ahead and play that little TikTok thing where she goes insane.
Karen's power is used to good use.
Yeah.
Right. Karen's, boy.
Karen went crazy.
Got it, IT?
Hit that speaker. There you go.
That makes a drag show family friendly, because if you follow it to its logical conclusion, you can slap family friendly titles on anything. You can have family friendly gentlemen's clubs, family friendly strip shows, family friendly 50 Shades of Grey read alouds.
Whoa. Did I hear that right?
She said you can just put family friendly on everything if you want. If you want to call that 50 Shades, family friendly 50 Shades of Grey.
Strip clubs,
bro.
This world is upside down, y'all. I'm telling you. This world is filled with darkness. When it says gross darkness, gross darkness, man.
So once we get to the end of this video, you're gonna understand why she's so mad, because something went out in their school district that invited them kids to something. Which you saw on the title, but watch this. Go ahead.
If you follow it to its logical conclusion, you can slap family friendly titles on anything. You can have family friendly gentlemen's clubs, family friendly strip shows, family friendly 50 Shades of Grey read alouds. Will you approve my flyer if I want to host an all the sex secrets of the Kama Sutra for kids and families if it's family friendly? That's my question. Wow. What is it about a grown man? And I honestly, sincerely, as a woman, mean this. What is it about a grown man costumed in a sparkly bra with augmented boobs busting out, a leather miniskirt barely covering his twerking ass with tuck tape on his front while spreading his fish-netted legs as he writhes on the ground, grinding his groin next to a minor, family friendly? You owe us an answer. No. And you know, you don't get to hide by just taking something down off Peachtree and calling it a day. You owe an explanation and an apology to every parent.
That's all we need on that.
This is the first time Karen speaking facts.
Pause.
This is the first time Karen speaking facts.
I'm telling you, bro, she hot.
Yo, even the devil's like, yo, nah, this is y'all wildin'. The devil's like, yo,
that's how you know
this
it's bad, bro. Esau was like, yo, you don't went too far, man. Come on now. You got to have boundaries.
Right.
I know we the border of wickedness, but you going beyond the border. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
So they big mad. So what happened was, the school district dropped out a flyer through this little app called Peachtree or whatever. And they saw that, and she caught wind of it, and boy, she went off. They all came together and organized. But what was the flyer? What was it talking about? Let's see what it has.
Pull it up.
Pull that graphic up.
Now, drop the video.
Yeah,
pull the
we
graphic
done.
up of the Boo Bash.
The what?
The Boo Bash.
The Boo Bash.
I tell you, Halloween has transformed, because when I was growing up, I didn't hear nothing of stuff like this.
No.
We ain't hear nothing about no Boo Bash.
There's powerful niggatry at work.
Yo, for real. Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah, put that up. Yep, read that.
No, yeah, this is the one I want. This one I want first. So what is this? A Boo Bash. So this is the flyer that the school district dropped. And they said it was family friendly, right? If you go to that little star above that house, this is the organization I believe that sponsored it. Go, like, if you could zoom in just a little more. You see how it says, no. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Down to the bottom right. It says Trans Family Support Services Navigation for the Journey. So that's his organization, right? And they throwing a Boo Bash and they say, hey, check it out. We'll go ahead and drop it on the schools so y'all can, bring it family friendly so we can create, what is it called now? Like, they're desensitizing our kids, but I forget what they call it. It's like acceptance or tolerance. Inclusion. That's what they're talking about. So
Wait, before we go, zoom back in on that, because y'all parents gotta know something. Y'all gotta know. You see the colors on that? The blue and the pink? Right. Whenever you see those symbols, parents, listen good. That's transgender. Right. Okay? That's going into being transgender. So because usually it's a flag. So when I see this symbol, I'm like, yo, okay. Whenever you see those colors, whatever object they put it in is going into transgenders, all right? So be mindful.
Everything they touch, bro, they just corrupt.
Go ahead.
Well,
we used to just have to worry about blue and red, you know.
Right, crimson blood. Yeah,
we got a whole
pink and blue, bro. Pink and blue, bro.
Pink and baby blue.
That brother, I'm with the pink crew, bro. What's up? Oh God. So these are the people that are performing, man. You got to see this.
Pull it up.
And they're gonna have story time with Miriam T. Lord have mercy.
Zoom in, bro.
Bro, these are like adult film star names, bro. Razzle Dazzle.
Stop.
Come on now, dog. Come
Razzle
on,
Dazzle.
man.
Amber Streets James.
Hey, look at the name on the top right.
Corn cakes.
Strawberry corn cakes. It's corn. Lord have mercy. So Miriam T is supposed to be doing a story time for them. So that's what they do. They set up a story time, entice the kids, and they do a little bit of dancing and stuff like that. Well, what kind of dancing you think they doing? What kind of dancing do you think they doing? You think they just in there just rocking side to side? No.
Bro, bring it out.
Who does that?
Let's see what
bring out the beast.
Hey, you want to warn
Drop
the
that, man. Come on, IT. Bring out the beast. Bring out the beast.
Hey, this is a late night show. Y'all shouldn't even have your kids watching
hide
this.
your kids.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Hey, they say it's child friendly. That's
Yeah, it's child friendly, all right.
We're going to see some child, bro. Hide your kids. Bring out the beast.
This happened in another location in Texas. Plano, Texas.
This is Texas?
This is Texas, bro.
Lord of mercy.
Plano, Texas. And this flyer was from in California. So it ain't just an isolated event. They're actually doing it all over the country, yo.
But I thought Texas was a Republican or red state.
Like a conservative.
Right, conservative.
Right. Bro.
So now Texas is doing this stuff?
Man, and it ain't even in Austin.
Right.
You would think Austin is like little California.
Liberal, right.
Bro, it's crazy.
Dallas is doing this? Hey, shame on Dallas, bro.
Man.
Shut up.
Shame on Dallas for this one. Bring out the beast.
All right, welcome back.
No. Take it. We want the raw, uncut. We want the raw, uncut footage.
Yeah.
Yes, no. Yep, we want the raw, uncut.
The one from Twitter.
Wisdom Crieth Out late night edition.
Yeah, we gonna play that after, but we want the raw, uncut. Bring out the beast.
Yeah,
like Lions Den, right? They said we're gonna lift up the skirt of Amalek. Bring out the beast. We're gonna show the
I don't want to
unclean.
see this skirt.
Right. But you know what I mean, though. The filth of these people, bro. The filth. Yeah, we don't want to lift up this guy.
Oh God.
Lord mercy. But we're gonna show the filth of Esau, unclean, disgusting beast.
There's a child right there.
But that's what you gonna see.
Right there.
Pull it up.
Look in the back though. It's a Garden of Eden. What?
Drag
brunch.
Wow, they defile everything. Garden of Eden, drag bunch. Okay, let's see. How'd you kids? Rewind it.
Bro, this is
And why are our sisters in here? Boy, this thing is crazy, man.
You got Northern Kingdom and Jake in here, bro, supporting this folly. Play it.
And look at that one. You might want her hand over here.
Look at.
She's like, God damn.
That's a man. Listen to the lyrics.
What the lyrics say?
Yes.
You hear what it's saying, bro?
Bro, what?
The lyrics
I don't want to be.
Peace, good, peace, sweet.
And I got a grown ass man.
This is what Halloween has transformed. I'm telling you, bro. This is what Halloween has transformed into.
How you gonna sit there with your child just watching it?
Look at it. Oh, y'all paused that at the perfect spot.
Look at
That's
this.
Northern Kingdom. You see the sisters on the left? That's your Northern Kingdom. And then Eve throwing money.
Yeah.
Look at the little kid, man.
Jake handing them dollars.
Yeah, Jake handing, sister handing the
Making
the
it
beast.
rain, bro.
Making it rain. Play on. Wow.
That's a damn shame.
Wow.
Man.
Somebody said in the comments, this is a heavy point, but Amalek won't ban this though.
Right.
Hypocrites.
Right.
They won't ban this though. As long as it's corrupting black and Hispanic children, let this rock all day long.
That's why y'all the synagogue of Satan, man. Man,
That's
listen,
real.
y'all.
That's
The time coming to an end, boy.
Right, now let's play the clean version. We had to give you the raw, uncut. Shout out to Deacon Asaph, Friday Night Raw. Give you the raw and uncut of what this beast, this disgusting animal is doing. El Diablo.
We're not gonna play all of this, just this beginning part. I'll tell you when to stop.
All right, welcome back. Now to an update to a story we've been closely following as outrage continuing to pour in after this. A video has gone viral of a drag show at a brunch in Plano, Texas, but one of the performers dancing right in front of a child. You see her blurred there on the screen. Texas Attorney General right now, Ken Paxton, calling for prosecution over the sexually explicit drag show performance. The AG
The
saying
war is
this
beginning
to the
against
Daily
Esau, boy. They
Caller,
mad.
quote, "This is grotesque, disturbing behavior under Texas law. Local district and county attorneys
Pause
are
it. Texas act like they got their own law, like under Texas law is the Lone Star State for real. Like they got their own. All right, whatever. Play on.
charged with taking up the mantle to protect Texas kids by prosecuting these types of totally inappropriate acts." Again, that from Texas AG Ken Paxton, end quote. Sarah Gonzalez, Blaze TV host and director of Defend Our Kids Texas, shot the video of the drag queen show there. She joins us live. Sarah, thanks so much for coming on here.
Because she been on a rampage, right?
Your comment, I want to show the disclaimer.
She's trying to shut this stuff down. No. She's not the one that did it. She's the one that recorded it.
Oh,
she's trying to,
yeah.
she's trying to. So she pulled up, and so she's trying to get in the middle of the beast. And you know, these Karens, they mad, bro. They don't like this stuff.
Yeah, they're like, so we good on.
There was something that the restaurant said I want to see real quick.
Play on.
Real quick.
And of the video that you shot here from the restaurant Garden of Eden ahead of the drag show. Here's what they post on their Facebook events page, and they say, quote, "This is a ticketed event at a private establishment. We believe it is the prerogative of parents, guardians to make decisions regarding the well-being of their children. If you would not allow your children to see a rated R movie or watch TVMA programming, this is not the event for them."
Stop. Wow. How is it family friendly then?
Right.
How is it family friendly if it's got to be rated R?
Right. And rated R is not for children in the first place.
Right. It's restricted. That's confusion.
Confusion.
Hey, the devil, man. So that's all I want to pull on that. So now you got this little kid watching people twerk, right? That's crazy.
No, hey, do the chain of event, right? So what was it? The school board was mad, right?
The school board was mad.
School board was mad. Why? Because Halloween has transformed into drags. Drag queens twerking in front of kids. Grown men twerking in front of kids. Right. And now let's see the result of the children that come out of this. Pull this up. This is disgusting. I don't even want to play. I don't even want to play it. Some evil stuff.
Even a computer don't even want to play it.
Computer don't want to play it.
Computer like, yo, I'm done, man. I'm done. The devil has gone too far.
This is disgusting. Yeah,
no, we want the video, bro.
No, but
read the headline. Yeah,
read the head. Officer say, "Oh, look, he disgusted."
Toddler in BBL recovery Halloween costume sparks Twitter debate.
So they got a child. This is a child they got doing this stuff now. Watch this.
Toda la casa y sin dejar caer una sola gota de pintura que no sea.
A child. Oh my God. That's it. We ain't gonna play that again. But a child got them dressed with a BBL, right? What is the BBL?
Brazilian butt lift.
Brazilian butt lift as her costume, right? Give me Leviticus 19:29, man.
Bring it out.
Leviticus 19:29. This is some evil stuff.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
The girl wasn't even 3 years old, probably 3-4 years old, and you already training her up to be a prostitute. Because that's what that is. You see them sisters with them BBLs? Those are prostitutes, strippers. Okay, read on.
lest the land fall to whoredom.
So the land is gonna fall to whoredom because what are they putting in that young child's mind, right? To finesse men out of money, to get a BBL, fake breast, fake butt, right? This is what they putting in our children's minds. Now she's gonna grow up, she's not gonna think about being a princess no more, right? To have a husband, to bear children. That's not what they raising her to be, right? To be like Cardi B, or Megan Thee Stallion, or Nicki Minaj. That's what you trading up your daughters to be like, right? Read on.
And the land become full of wickedness.
The land is full of wickedness. Babylon is full of wickedness because these children have become monsters. 3-year-old monster already. Already a 3-year-old monster. Sickening, man.
She probably gonna have a damn OnlyFans account when she's 13.
Yep, That's what they doing now too. Girls 18 years old on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Becoming millionaires by selling their body.
Right.
Dang.
Right? Or another one, Deuteronomy 23. Flame them, we're gonna flame them up, man. That's right. This is crazy. Deuteronomy 23:17.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17.
Bring it out. There shall be no whore.
There shall be no what?
No whore.
No what?
No whore.
Read on.
Of the daughters of Israel.
You hear that? There shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel. Right. Fathers, it's your job to train your children, train your sons and your daughters. That's your responsibility. Build up your wife. Make sure your wife is not getting caught in this folly, not supporting this stuff, man. It's our job. We are the protectors of the family. We got to make sure our wives are training our children the right way. All right? Read on. Read it from the top.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Because guess what? That's what they're going to bring their sons to these boo bash events. Right. And their sons are going to want to be that. Right. Become sodomites. Transgender. This is the fight that we up. Is the age of decadence, ageism, right? Where they're gonna say it's okay for a grown-ass man to be with a child. That's what that's what they're pushing. That's how you know that this captivity is coming to an end. It's over.
Right.
It's over. Once you start seeing that stuff being pushed, that's when you know this captivity is falling.
Right.
That's right.
Beautiful. So now, as we get ready to transition in just a second, so now you see they got our kids in drag. They got them wearing crazy costumes now. It's evil. Now they even being physically threatened. Because back in the day, I know when we used to go trick-or-treating, they would, like you brought out earlier, we got to check it for razors and stuff like that.
Right.
Now it's real bad, man. Now they putting stuff in there that's going to tear you up. So let's play this real quick.
So before we play it, so they're putting fentanyl in candy now. Dang. Fentanyl, that's a drug, bro. One pill of fentanyl, you could be put to death off one pill of fentanyl. That's how dangerous that stuff is, man. Now they putting fentanyl in the kids' candy. This is what Halloween has transformed into, drag queens and drugs.
Yeah, also I read it was like fentanyl pills like 50 to 100 times stronger than like heroin.
Yep, then heroin, then Molly, right? Then ecstasy. Yeah. This stuff right here, dangerous, man. Unclean fiends and drag queens. That's what we up against. Play on. Let's go.
The opioid crisis in general is an issue that deserves concern, but not in this way. It's not that, children are the targets of this fentanyl and opioid crisis, especially little children who are trick-or-treating on Halloween. Because I saw the photos, the seizure of the drugs where they were all in candy boxes. And people see that and they're like, how could you say that children are not being targeted, right? But the fact of the matter is, in situations like that, mules or dealers or whomever, they're using these candy boxes as a means to distributing their drugs or smuggling their drugs. That's not how they're distributing them to kids on Halloween. It's two different scenarios. I understand it looks bad and I understand it looks scary to see drugs in candy boxes.
So always trying to justify it. No, that's what they're doing. Because think about it. When you listen to these kids' music now, all they talk about is popping pills, Percocets. That's all you hear. Percocets. So that's what these kids, they gonna push it on these kids. Now Halloween come around, put in their little candy. Now you get the kids, this new generation hooked on pills, drugged out, confused.
And it's crazy how we was taught as little kids, we was taught never to trust strangers. Right, but now when it come time for Halloween, now we trick or treat with everybody. We don't even know these people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy.
Yeah, play on.
Candy boxes full of drugs. Like, that's just not the reality of what's going on.
So fentanyl is creating problems, and fentanyl is something that we should be talking about and that I think parents should talk about with their kids, but it's not something that we need to worry about in Halloween candy. There's not any evidence that this has been put into Halloween candy, that anyone is planning to do that. And this kind of Halloween drug sadism.
Parents, do not believe that. Do not, pause it. Do not believe that. They're putting drugs in these candies and they're gonna give it to your kids on Halloween. I'm telling you, watch. We're gonna see a video. Kids, that's a setup, bro. Yep, it's a setup. I'm telling you, you're gonna see these kids strung out on drugs on Halloween, popping pills. We warning you. This is the warning. What is it? The Lord speaks once, speak twice, but men perceive it not. This is the warning, Israel. Do not let your kids out on Halloween trick-or-treating, getting candies from strangers.
Even at school.
Even at school, yeah.
Because you know they have all them kids walking around with their little bowls and stuff. You don't know. Because you know what a lot of people would do? All that leftover candy, they take it to work. They take it to the school. Like, I'm trying to get rid of this. And now you know, letting kids eat that stuff.
Hey, or you adults at these office parties. You better stick to your own.
Right. Also, that's so heavy you said that. I seen a video of how a guy showed in less than a second how he could drug your drink. He talking to the girl, he drop it right there, boop, little fentanyl pill in there. We gotta be mindful, Israel. Gotta be mindful.
Right. So, is there any more on that you want to bring out? Or all right, so now y'all see the horrors of Halloween, right? It's terrible. It is terrible. Do not do this feast, man. It's a hella day, man. All right. The question is, do we have any new leaders coming up on the street?
Streets?
Do we have hope in the streets?
Is there hope?
Is there hope in the streets? Lord, is there hope? Outside of what, IUIC is doing.
Right.
We just talking about the woke conscious community. The woke people.
The woke people.
Are they in tune with what's going on? Well, let's see. Let's get some stuff queued up, y'all. We gonna touch on what the people doing in the street, because y'all know what we like to do from time to time. We like to do Wisdom Crieth Out or WCO Radio in the streets. Y'all know what it is.
That's right.
So we gonna drop a little something real quick and let's see what they got, all right? We gonna play, I think you said we're gonna do that first one and then we're gonna do what Esau. I'll get you. Yes, sir. Let's play this, y'all.
Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ blessed. This is IUIC Austin, and you're now tuned in to another episode of WCO Radio in the Street. In this episode, we're going to be dealing with Halloween. We're going to cast down imaginations. We're going to ask the people, why do they celebrate Halloween? What's the origin, and how does God feel about it? All right, so stay tuned, Israel.
Why do you feel like people do celebrate Halloween?
I mean, it's America, you feel me? Things have been planted and they have a foundation of things that's already the way it goes, you feel me? So it's gonna be that way for a long time until somebody stops it. Right. Christmas, Halloween, back to the subject. It's just it ain't really a holiday, it's just something people do, you feel me?
You feel like there's any evil involved in Halloween?
Oh, no, definitely. The original, I'm pretty educated on Halloween. The original story with Halloween was Halloween Eve.
Yeah, pause it, yeah. This is the dude that had the 666, the crazy stuff all outside on his face.
What the hell is that on his face?
Yeah, this dude was bugged out.
Brother said he educated, bro. Come on, dog.
In a whole costume.
Yep. All right, go back. Wait, what you got, Saseo?
Hey, that brother's wearing Rick James' wig from Dave Chappelle show.
I'm pretty educated, though.
Right.
I got a PhD.
Pull it back up.
A drug.
That was perfect, bro.
Oh,
I can see his aura, bro. I can see his aura.
See his aura coming through, bro.
Hey, pull it back up. Pull it back up, IT. All right, let it play for a little bit.
Hunt people and shit, like witches and stuff like that, and people would dress up and you feel me, go kill people. But it's changed from then. There's just all kind of shit that happened back in the day. We evolving now. You feel me? Now it's just fun.
Yeah, you evolving to you gonna end up with a drag queen. You gonna be drinking out there. You gonna end up with a drag queen, brother.
Yep. We saw quite a few of them out there.
Yes, we did.
They was sparkling bras and everything, bro.
It was crazy out there. All right, go back. Let's
do
the time. Let's fast forward to the next
Chris?
interview.
I mean,
Scroll through it. Let's see. Go through the next interview. Do the time. Yep. Start with that one.
Origin of it came from the Celts and the Druids in Europe, Western and Eastern Europe. All right, what they would do on that Halloween or that All Souls Day, the day before, they would go to the people's houses, and that's where the term trick or treat comes from. You had until morning to produce a virgin, or they was gonna kill the heads of the house. So this is a day that's connected to death, murder, and bloodshed. But now we'll try to celebrate it as something to be, lively about. Right. So, do you think, with that, knowing that history, do you think that God approves of Halloween?
No, I don't. The fact that it's celebrated, like in a simplistic term, in the minds that don't know the knowledge behind it, is seen as something evil or something that's bad. Okay. And they just see it as spookiness is what they would call it.
I got you. So this is what I want to do. You believe in the Bible? You read the Bible at all?
Yes, I do.
All right, so what I want to do, I got my brother over here. He's going to read a couple of scriptures pertaining to how God truly feels about Halloween, all right? First of all, I want to do Colossians 2 and 8. All right, so we're going to start with Colossians 2 and 8.
All right, let's scan forward a little bit.
Work our way.
Let's see. Let's scan forward a little bit. Yeah, let's get this one right here. This is the woke, our future leaders.
Yeah, future leaders, right? Don't know what's going on.
And what does Halloween mean?
Giving some candy away.
Giving some candy away? Okay. So do you know the origin of Halloween? Okay, do you know the origin? Okay, so the origin of Halloween pretty much comes from a pagan custom that was kept by Irish Celtics. All right, so some of the things that they did on Halloween, you know how we got those pumpkins, we carve the pumpkins and stuff like that. Yeah. So, or otherwise known as jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah. Jack-o'-lanterns, right? Do y'all know that was a real person? His name was Jack. He was an Irishman.
No, I did not.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. His name was Jack. His name was Jack. All right, and in these pumpkins, right? What y'all see in the pumpkins? What's inside the pumpkin? A light. So according to Irish custom, they say that's the spirit of Jack inside the pumpkin. That's why it's called jack-o'-lanterns. And they say that light is used to ward off evil spirits and demons. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I like the concept of it. I never knew.
That's she know the kingdom too.
She said I like the concept of it.
Silly dove.
Really, nigga?
Really, nigga? Okay, what do you feel about that? How you think about that?
So we just put on Halloween. We scaring the demons away. Is that what you're saying? On Halloween.
That's what the pumpkin is used for. That's what that light represents inside the pumpkin. That's why it's called a jack-o'-lantern.
To protect yourself, right, from demons and stuff.
Right, spirits, demons, mediums, stuff like that. So knowing that, right?
All right, so let's drop this one. Let's pull up when we interviewed the Edomites.
So as y'all can see, all praises for IUIC. That's all I can say right there, cuz. Boy, I tell you, man, if we was relying on that woke conscious community, because I'm telling you, we had so many interviews out there, it was all the same thing. Brothers was trying to sound deep and all that. But then, hey, do we got a graphic?
Yeah.
You want to pop the graphic real quick?
Pull up the graphics real quick.
Bro, we saw like
that Edomite combination.
This was amazing, bro. We had to stop him, bro.
Look,
this thing was amazing.
So read the scripture for us, officer.
Yes, sir. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
So y'all see what we got here. We got the beast, which is Caesar Boat.
Right.
We got the fake priest.
The Jesuit priest.
And then we got that eagle, the astronaut. These dudes, it was in the spirit and didn't even realize it, bro. Right. They was all the way in the spirit. And where's Waldo? Wait, who is that wicked?
Right, who's the wicked?
Who's the wicked?
Who's the wicked?
Where's Waldo, bro? They was so full in the spirit, they didn't even realize it.
Right, the astronaut representing the eagle has landed. Right? I'm telling you, bro, let's play the video. There's one more picture. Go on to the next one. We got another thumbnail. Yep, pull that up. Read that.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
There it is.
And
Look.
shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
And he's wearing white and red. Bro, this thing is so spiritual, bro. This thing is crazy to me, bro. I was losing my mind at this, man. I was like, yo, you are the epitome of Esau. Yep. All of y'all, man.
That's right.
God, this thing blew my mind.
I remember I said, so I went up to Caesar Boy. I was like, so you're Jesus? He's like, yeah, dude smoking a cigarette.
Wow.
Looking crazy out there drinking. I'm like, yo, so you supposed to be Jesus? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, come. Let me show you something. Yeah, come on, we got something for you.
So
Watch
let's
this.
see the interaction.
Reporting from WCO Radio.
In the streets.
All right, so what we out here doing right now, we're asking people on 6th Street different questions about what Halloween is. Why do you celebrate it? Why don't you celebrate it? What's the origins of it? Where did it come from? And what does God feel about it? All right, so what's your name?
I'm Chris.
All right, Chris. What's your name?
I'm Dylan. I'm a Christian monk, brother.
Christian monk. All right, so what decade you thinking about, like the 1400s?
Man, I couldn't even tell you, man.
Okay, I'm just one more.
I'm Jesus.
He said what? He's who?
Nails painted.
Dressed as Jesus.
Look, whose word is this?
Ain't no way, boy.
Is it my words? I didn't make it up. So let's read Revelation 1 and 14.
Bring it out.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his
No, 1 and 1.
1 and 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So who are we revealing right now?
Jesus.
Okay, he said we're going to reveal Jesus Christ. Read verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now it said the Christ in the Bible, it said his head was woolly, like a sheep. White and woolly. Right, go ahead.
As white as snow.
Yo, the astronaut, he already knew. The astronaut already knew. He's like, oh, he already knew. I know where they go with this.
Oh, this was epic, bro. This was epic.
Play on, let's go.
Eyes were as the flame of fire.
This is the point.
And his feet.
His feet.
Like unto fine brass.
Now, what color is brass?
It's like brass? I don't know.
Right? Like a
yeah,
okay.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like a
So
ring.
it said it was like grass. The color of his feet was like brass. What's another color that you would equate brass to? Brown, right? Go ahead.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now it said they were brown, but they were thrown in the fire. So what happens when you throw something in the fire?
Waldo got it.
It turns black. It turns black. It turns black. You said you're dressed as Christ, but Christ in the Bible is black.
Yo. Rewind that thing. Rewind that thing, man.
That was beautiful, bro.
Rewind.
The devil.
It turns black. It turns black. It turns black. You said you're dressed as Christ, but Christ in the Bible is black.
Look at that. He's
Astronaut, bro. He's like, it's time to go, man. We gotta go.
It ain't that. It's the whole outfit. So what you actually dressed as is a man named Caesar Borgia. You look him up on your thing. His name is Caesar Borgia. He is the actual person that Leonardo da Vinci used.
Bro, look how uncomfortable he is. The astronaut, bro.
Them brothers were sweating under that astronaut suit.
Hey, that's good stuff, man. Damn.
Rewind it, man.
Oh, man.
Where his homeboy betrayed him.
Did you see what Waldo said?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Play.
All right, go ahead.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now it said they were brown, but they were thrown in the fire. So what happens when you throw something in the fire?
It
turns black. It turns black. It turns black. You said you're dressed as Christ, but Christ in the Bible is black. You know, it ain't that. It's the whole outfit. So what you're actually dressed as is a man named Caesar Borgia. You look him up on your thing. His name is Caesar Borgia. He is the actual person that Leonardo da Vinci used to be the depiction of Jesus. But in the Bible, it said he had skin dark and woolly hair. Hey, he didn't know. I'm saying.
He's dressing up as a fiction though. So
exactly. So you dressed up as Caesar Borgia, not Jesus Christ.
Oh, praises, boy.
Hey, where's the bombs?
Hey, where's the bombs at, IT? There you go.
Bro, that was fire, bro.
bro.
That was so fire.
That was good. That was dope.
That interview
was ridiculous because I was like, I didn't think we was doing nothing else. So he was like, hey, AZ, interview these Edomites. And I'm like, I went into Tyrone Koppel mode, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? I'm going in, hey, make sure I prep them up. Make sure y'all say it loud, in the streets.
Yeah, bro.
Set them up, yep.
I'm like, look, y'all don't understand. This is something that ain't nobody else doing this, all right? What we doing in IUIC, it ain't just about camp. It ain't just about classroom. We going to the streets getting what the pulse of the street is.
Right.
That's what Wisdom Crieth Out is about.
Right.
All right. So,
Hey, let's close out with that scripture, man. Wisdom cried out. Proverbs
Proverbs.
1 and 20. Let's close out with that, man. Let's get that.
Yes, sir. Proverbs
Yep, come on.
chapter 1, verse 20.
Bring it out.
Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the
You
streets.
see that? So it says, wisdom cried out, she uttered her voice in the streets. And that's where you're going to find this at, in the streets. All right, Israel? So that's been the show. All praise to the Most High. We want to give a shout out to IT. Y'all was on point today. Y'all was on point.
Officer Enos.
Officer Enos, yeah, you did your thing. Shout out to the sisters that came and supported us. Want to give a shout out to Bishop Kanai, Officer Halez, Captain Carr, Officer Matthew.
Yep.
Just the leadership, man. All leadership. All praise to the Most High for making this thing happen. All right? So with that, we've been WCO!